In this module, I'm going to talk about Marketing Cloud Connect. First, what is Marketing Cloud Connect? A Marketing Cloud Connect integrates your Salesforce Marketing Cloud instance with Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Marketing Cloud. The benefits of Marketing Cloud Connect is you can send an email using the CRM data. You can automatically synchronize data from CRM to Marketing Cloud. You can connect journey builders with Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and Marketing Cloud. And the major advantage from this is you can measure a customer engagement. The main objective of this model is review the prerequisites and Marketing Cloud Connect install package. Next, I'm going to configure the Salesforce CRM. After that, I'm going to configure the Marketing Cloud. After that, I'm going to integrate with both the clouds. Once the integration is happening between both the clouds, I'm going to send an email from Marketing Cloud or Sales Cloud, the email which is created in Marketing Cloud, to test the connections between whether it is connected or not. First comes Salesforce setup. First, you need to check the prerequisites. Here, the Marketing Cloud Connect requires a relationship between a single Marketing Cloud and a Salesforce CRM. It's possible to connect a Marketing Cloud accounts to multiple Salesforce CRM as well. For example, if you have a number of business units in an enterprise org, you can connect to every business unit. We can connect to one of the org. Like that we can done. And for most Marketing Cloud Connect functionality, user needs a Marketing Cloud license and a Sales and Service Cloud license. If you want to integrate between Sales Cloud and Marketing Cloud, you have to use one of these additions with respect to the Salesforce CRM org. The first one is Salesforce Unlimited version. The second one is Salesforce Enterprise version. And the third one is Salesforce Developer version. To find out which version you are using, I think if you go and search with respect to help document, find like Salesforce edition and APA version, you can find over there which version you are using. First, we need to install the managed packages now. Before going to install the managed package, I have a Salesforce Marketing Cloud account, but I don't have any Salesforce org now. That's why I'm going to create a developer version with respect to the Salesforce org. If you want to create a new developer account, go to developers.salesforce.com. If you already have an account, you can directly log in from that. If you don't have an account, sign up and create a new developers account. You have to fill out this form. First, the name, last name, email address, role, the company name, country, postal code, username. I think you need not to fill all this form correctly, but you need to fill the correct email address and the username. You need to remember this because whenever you log in for salesforce.com, you need to use this username. I'm creating a sign up. I think now the account is created. Yes, we are almost there. Once the account is created, it's going to send an emails to verify your account for the email address which you have provided over there. You can see over here. Welcome to Salesforce. We need to verify the account. Once you have verified that account, it is going to ask for the new password. It will ask for security question as well. Now I have changed my password. Before going to install the managed package, first you need to check in this. If you're a Salesforce admin for this environment, you can check to confirm that you have a custom platform enabled in your org. It must be enabled for the managed packages to install successfully. If you want to check how the custom platform is enabled, first I will go to setup. Under setup, better I will switch to Salesforce Classic. It will be easy to configure. Once I switch to Salesforce Classic, click setup. Under the build, you have an option called develop. If you scroll down, you can see platform events. If you are missing this option, create a case with Salesforce support to have them enable custom platform events for your Salesforce account. If you don't have this platform event, the managed packages you are going to install next, it will not successfully install. That's why you need to have this platform events. Once you have confirmed with this platform event, now I am going to install the managed packages. Search for installed managed package for MCC. You will receive two options over here. One is for production org and another is for sandbox org. Since I'm using a production org, I'm going to click the production org. If anyone is using sandbox org, click the sandbox org. Once it was clicked, you can install for admins only. You can install for all the users. If you want, you can install for specific users. Now, since I'm an admin, I'm going to install only for the admins. Click install. It will ask for approve the third-party access for whichever the exact target overseers. You need to grant S and put it to continue. I think the installation will take around 20 to 30 seconds to install. Once it is installed, you're going to receive an email from Salesforce like the managed packages is installed like that. I think we need to wait for around 30 to 20 to 30 seconds. I think we will go back to slides. First, you need to check whether the custom platform events are enabled in your account or not. Once it is done, you have to install the managed packages. You can install for production org or the sandbox org, whichever org you are using. Once it is installed, it will ask for the approved third-party access. I think you will grant the permission yes, and you will continue with respect to that. Next, you need to edit the user page layout. If you want to modify the user page layout, switch to go to setup. Under setup, search for user Under users, you have an option like page layout. Click that page layout. You can see the user page layout option over here, user page layout and user profile page layout. If you haven't seen these options, the thing is still the Marketing Cloud Connect installed packages is not updated. That's why you can't see this user page layout. Once it is installed, automatically you can see this user page layout. Now I need to modify the user page layout, not the user profile page layout. Click the user page layout. Once you click the user page layout, you can find these are all the fields like Marketing Cloud App Exchange admin and the Marketing Cloud App Exchange users. You need to use both these fields into the users page layout. For that, you need to drag and drop over here. These are the two permissions you need to choose when you set up your users. Once this is done, save it. Now the user page layout is ready. The next, you need to enable the Marketing Cloud Connect for the admin users. For at least one user in the Salesforce CRM needs full access to configure the Marketing Cloud Connect inside the CRM environment. For that, again, go to setup. Under the administrator, you can see manage users. Click the manage users. Under that, you have an option like users. Click that one. Edit the user. Now we have added Marketing Cloud App Exchange admin and the Marketing Cloud for App Exchange users to user page layout. Since we have added, we can find those fields over here. You need to enable both these fields and save. Repeat this option to all the users who you need to integrate. If he is not an admin, enable only the Marketing Cloud App Exchange users. Once this is done, you need to adding the tabs. To ensure you are able to access the Marketing Cloud from Salesforce CRM, add the required tabs by doing the following. Click this plus button. Select Customize tabs. This will open you can see over here available tabs. These are all the objects which is in the Salesforce CRM. The right side which you are seeing, you can see over here. You can add which are all the tabs which is necessary for your business purpose. Now I'm going to remove all these tabs. I'm going to add the tabs which is generally used by all the clients. The first is contacts, leads, Marketing Cloud, reports, these are the general tabs we are going to use on a daily basis. And you can customize by order as well by clicking up and down. Once this is done, now you can save. Once it is saved, you can see at the top all those tabs. Next, I need to set up a Salesforce system user. If you are a CRM admin, you can create the Salesforce system users. This record will connect Marketing Cloud to the CRM environment. Ensure this will create a general handshake between the two environments. If you want, you can create a new user or if already any users were there, you can upgrade the existing user as well. Now, since I don't have any users, I'm going to create a new user over here. For that, you need to go to setup. Again, under setup, we have an option like administer. Go to manage users, click users. You can see the users who are in the Salesforce CRM. Now I'm going to create a new users over here. Whenever you're creating a new user, you have to put the first name, last name, alias, email address, a valid email address, nickname. The role can be any one of this, but the user license should be Salesforce and the profile should be system administrator, since the handshake is happening between both the clouds. And you need to enable Marketing Cloud App Exchange admin and the Marketing Cloud App Exchange users. And you need to set which is necessary for yours, time zone, locale, and language. Once everything is done, click it as save. It automatically creates a new user. If you want to edit, you can edit as well. Once this is done, the next thing is you need to customize lead and contact fields. You need to add the custom list and related list to the contact and the lead layouts. I think we are going to do that now. We are going to modify the lead page layout and the contact page layout now, and adding the custom links and related list to both those page layout. For that, you need to go to setup. Under that setup, search for leads. Under the custom, you can see over here leads. Under that, you can find for page layout. You have to edit for lead layout. Click the lead layout. What are the things you need to add? You need to add relate list and custom links. And one more thing you need to add is visual force page. The custom links, if you click for custom links, you can see these are the custom links. Whichever necessary for your business, you can add all those custom fields. Once this is done, you need to add the related list. Go down, you can find here related list. Under the related list, you need to add email sends and individual email sends. And at last, you need to add the visual force action page as well. This is the lead action. You can drag and drop anywhere which is necessary for you. Once the lead layout is done, click it as save. Now the lead layout is ready. Now I'm going to modify the contact page layout. If you want to modify the contact page layout, search for contacts. Under the customize, you can find contacts. Click page layouts. The same thing, you need to edit the contact page layout. Click contact page layout. First, you need to add the custom links. The custom links which is necessary for your business purpose. Once this is done, you need to add related list. One is email sends and another one is individual email results. At last, you need to add the visual force page action. Once the contact page layout is created, now you need to save that page layout. Repeat these steps for all the lead page layouts that are assigned to users who plan to use Marketing Cloud Connect. Once this is done, click it as save. Now the Salesforce system user is created and we have modified both the lead layouts and the contact page layout. Next, you need to setting up the connected app authentications. If you want to set up the connected app authentication, first you need to configure the connected app settings, and you need to create a marketing cloud permission sets, and you need to apply that permission sets as well. First, I'm going to update the Salesforce Marketing Cloud connected app. If you want to update that, first under the administered, we have an option like manage apps. Click that manage apps. Click the, and the next you need to create a new permission set. After that, apply the new permission sets. First, if you want to create a permission sets, go to setup. Why we are creating the marketing cloud permission set is for the two system to communicate properly, we need to create a generic permission sets in Salesforce CRM, and we can update that marketing cloud connect app settings as well. This is necessary to grant access to users connecting to Salesforce CRM from the marketing cloud. For that, go to setup. Under the administrator, you can see manage users. You can see permission sets. Click the permission set. You can see all the permission sets over here. If you want to add any permission sets, go to new permission sets. You have to label this. I will label as Marketing Cloud Connect app, and the description is not necessary, and the permissions license is also not necessary. Now I will save this permission set. Once you have saved, you need to manage the assignments. To add the users, go to manage assignments, add assignments. I have created one system users, one admin users. I will give permissions to both of them. Assign. All the end users who plan to use Marketing Cloud Connect to send email needs this permission test set to assign to their user records in the Salesforce CRM part. Then only they can send the emails through Sales and Service Cloud. Once this is done, next you need to update the field level security in contact and lead levels. I think you guys have heard about email opt-out. Email opt-out is a standard field or contact or a lead object. For Marketing Cloud Connect to work properly, the CRM admin needs to ensure that all the Marketing Cloud Connect users have view access this field, that is email opt-out field. For that, you need to give the visibility for all of them. You need to go to setup. Under the customize, we have an option like leads. Go to customize. We have leads. Click the fields. I think you have to search for email opt-out. Yes, this is the email opt-out. Click that email opt-out field. You have to provide the field level security. Set the field level security. You have to make it visible for each and every one. Once this is done, please save the field level security, that is email opt-out. I think now next, setting up the connected app authentication. First, you need to update the Salesforce Marketing Cloud connected app. For that, first you need to go to setup. Under the setup, if you search for connected apps, under the manage apps, you have an option called connected apps. If you click that connected apps, you can see Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Click the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Click edit policies. Under the permission user, you need to select admin, approved users are pre-authorized. If the warning message appears, please click OK. Next, under the IP relaxation, select relax IP restrictions. When it comes to the refresh token policy, select immediately expires refresh token and click it as save. Admin can set up an user without entering in password. If you check the non-scope by user, if you use scope by users, you must need an Salesforce password. And if you are using the non-scope by user, the password do not expires. If you're using scope by users, definitely after 90 days, the password will expire. If the password will expire, if you are in connector between both the clouds, then there will be a break between both the clouds. That's why as many of the clients is going to use the non-scope by user option. Once I will log into Marketing Cloud, under the Email Studio, you have an option like admin. Under the account settings, you have my users and Salesforce integration, which you need to concentrate on. The Salesforce integration is section will shows if anyone is integrated with this account, it will shows their email address over here. With respect to my users, you need to create a separate API user which is going to sync between both the clouds. After that, you're going to give the permissions for the Salesforce users, system user which is created in Salesforce. For example, if you want to create an API user, I have already created one. I will edit that. I will show what are the necessary things you need to add. For example, this is the user. You need to provide the first name, reply email address, notification email address, username, time zone, culture code, enabled, and this is most important, API user. Since you are selecting an API user, if the password is not going to expire, and before going to save, you have to verify this reply email address as well. Once you click the verified, you will automatically going to receive an email to your inbox to verify that email address. Once this is done, click it as save. Next, you need to add some of the manager roles and the permissions what this user needs to be done. If you want to do that, click the same my users, search for that name, click this checkbox. You can see all those options over here. You have an option like disable, reset the password for that user, manage roles, and manage business unit. You have to use the manage roles. Generally, if you are an admin, you have an access, or an API user, you have an access to all the business unit if you're using an enterprise 2.0 version, and the roles which is depending on you, which are the roles which is necessary. Whenever you are using 2.0 enterprise account for the non-scope by user, the permissions roles you need to provide is content creator, data manager, and the marketing cloud content editor publishers. This for 2.0 with non-scope by users. If you're using a non-scope by user for enterprise 1.0, you can see this option. The user permissions will be grant the users access to the web services. You have to give these permissions, and administrative data management, you have to click the email. Generally, whenever you are using a developer or an enterprise account which is with respect to marketing cloud, you can't able to see this 1.0 enterprise. If you're using scope by users, you can have to mention the edit roles like content creator and the marketing cloud viewer. Same, once this is done, you need to give the roles which is according to the enterprise 2.1, 1.0, and based on non-scope by user and scope by users. And the permission is not necessary. And the business, since you are an API user, you can access to all the business unit. If it is not necessary, you need to give the access strict to one business unit by selecting the business unit. Once this is done, go to Salesforce integration. Under the Salesforce integration, then you need to move to Salesforce integrations, where you're going to connect the accounts. I think we are still here. Next, click the configure manually manual setup. Now you can see the Marketing Cloud Connect API user, connect the Marketing Cloud settings. Now, if you want to do any of the settings, you can do the settings over here, which is necessary for you. I think for my work, I don't need any of this. I need a reports, campaigns to enable to target the audience. If you need an exclusion audience for reports and campaigns, you can select that as well. And you can see the restrictions. You need to select allow only administrator to create trigger signs. If you don't want both administrator and the standard user, generally administrator will select create a trigger signs and enable the objects which is necessary for you. Generally, I'm going to add some of the fields which is used on a daily basis. I'm going to enable all those things. Once this is done, for the tracking purpose, whichever is necessary for you, aggregate level tracking, individual level tracking, tracking link details, and tracking send events. If you want to enable the campaign member tracking, enable that. I think yes, send type for the notifications, save settings. You have to mention your email address over here. Once it is saved, now it was updated. Go back to slides. I think we have configured manually the Marketing Cloud Connect. Now the CRM and the Marketing Cloud is integrated. We are going to test the connections by creating an email in Marketing Cloud and send that email through Salesforce CRM. The first here, I'm going to create an email in Marketing Cloud, and I'm going to send that email from Sales Cloud for the Sales Cloud reports and campaigns. We will see how this will works. Generally, an email sends. Here, the integrated user sends Marketing Cloud emails through Sales and Service Cloud with Marketing Cloud Connect. You can send single emails to leads, contacts, and a person account record as well. You need to send through the list and the reports. And one more option you have, you can send a Marketing Cloud emails for Salesforce reports and campaigns in Marketing Cloud only. Once the report is created, it automatically in Sales Cloud, it automatically reflects in Marketing Cloud. After your Marketing Cloud and Sales and Service Cloud users accounts are integrated, reports, campaigns, and Salesforce data extensions are available for the recipients options. You can use one of these methods to send. Whenever sending an Marketing Cloud emails from within the Sales and Service Cloud to campaigns and reports through Marketing Cloud Connects, the report must have a contact ID or a lead ID field. These are the prerequisites you need to keep in mind before going to create and sending an email. Now, I'm going to create an email in Marketing Cloud. If you want to create an email in Marketing Cloud, go to Email Studio. Under the Email Studio, click Content. Create an email. Create email message. Name that email message. If you want, you can add that email to specific location. Next, you need to add the content. Whenever you are going to add the content, you have to add for an email like physical mailing address and subscription center, profile center, and the privacy policies. This is to avoid the can spam rules. And I'm going to add one personalization with respect to email address. Once this is done, I'm going to save that email. You can see here personalization is pulling. Now, once the email is created in Marketing Cloud, I'm going to send that email for the Salesforce reports and campaigns. Since we don't have any of the users leads or a contact in Sales Cloud, now first I'm going to create a leads and add that leads to reports, then we are going to send. If you want to create a leads, click the leads, create new lead. First, you have to give the first name, last name, company, and the email address. This is the lead which is created in Salesforce. I'm going to save the lead. Now the lead is created. Now I'm going to create a reports. Click the reports. If you want to create new reports, click new reports. If it is based on leads, click the leads. If it is based on contacts, click the contacts. I'm going to create based on leads. Create. As I already told, whenever you are creating a report for leads, you need to add the lead ID to the reports. And whenever you're creating it for contacts, you need to add the contact ID. Since it is for lead, I'm going to add the lead ID, search for lead under the fields, and double click the lead ID. It's automatically added to this report at the end of the row. If you want, you can create a report like this. If you want to filter this report, for example, I have added one lead. If you want to send only for that lead, email is equal to, this is the lead which I have created now. If you click OK, you can see that lead over here. Run that report. Click Save As. You have to first name the report. Test Center. Under which folder you need to store that report. Select that one. Save. Now the report is created. First, we have created an email in Marketing Cloud. Second, since we don't have any leads in the current Salesforce CRM, I have created a leads. Next, I have created a report for that lead. Once the report is created, now I'm going to send an email by using the Marketing Cloud tab in Sales Cloud. Click the Marketing Cloud tab. Select which business unit you need to send. First, you need to find the email which you have created. You can find the reports which is created under the recipient section. This is the targeted recipient section. We have saved under Marketing Cloud Admin. Test send. If you want to add any exclusion, you can add it over here. If you want from name, send it immediately. Check this. Send. The email is now in queue to send. Even though the default setting is an immediate send, it can take up to an hour to see the email in your inbox. Once you have received, you can see the tracking info over here. Yes, that's all about email send.
Next is A/B testing. A/B testing is a method of testing in which you can test two versions of your communication and track which version receives the highest click-through rate and highest open rate. You can test in 5 different ways. First one is subject line, the second one is email, third one is content area, fourth one is from name, and the fifth one is send date and time. Now we would go and create an A/B testing in Sales Cloud. If you click the Marketing Cloud, you will see these options. Here you can see A/B testing. Click A/B testing. You can see all the A/B testing which is created under this Sales Cloud. Since first you have to select for which business unit you are creating an A/B testing. You have to name the A/B testing. Now, better I'm going to test on email other than subject line. Find email A. It will display the subject line of email A. Next, find the email B. It will display the subject line B. Next, the recipient whom you want to send. Since we have already created a report, I'm going to attach that report as a recipient section. And if you want to add any exclusions, you can add that exclusions as well. The recipients will be reports and campaigns only. And how many percentage you need to test? Generally, every client will check for a test A for 10% and test B for 10%. After that, who based on the determination of winner based on high click-through rate or higher unique open rate, it will declare the winner. You can mention here how many number of days, which is depends on your business. And here, once the winner is declared, you have two options. You can manually send the emails for the reminders, or you can automatically send who is winner. You can schedule it as well for a particular specific date and time, or you can automatically send emails by mentioning from name and from address. This is how we are going to create an A/B testing in Sales Cloud. There is not much difference with respect to A/B testing in Sales Cloud or Marketing Cloud. This graph will display with respect to condition A, condition B, and the reminders and the total recipients. Under that, you have unique open rate, unique click-through rate, delivery rate, unsubscribe rate, and subscribers as well. This is just a report of A/B testing. Next is trigger sends. You can create and send automated messages to Salesforce, contacts, leads, or a person accounts when objects records are created or updated. Before going to create a trigger send for leads, contacts, or a person account, first you need to understand the trigger sends. Why you are going to create the trigger send. For example, whenever the new lead is created, at that time we are going to send a welcome email. Or whenever the customer has purchased something, based on the customer purchase, we are going to trigger an email based on the purchases. Like that, first we need to understand the trigger send. Whenever you're creating a trigger send and objects, you need to look up to the contact ID or a lead ID or to an account object. You need to do this at all. I will show in the tool how we can create a trigger send. You can see an option over here, trigger send. If you click that option, it will come to this page. You can see all the trigger sends which is created under the Salesforce CRM. If you want to create new one, click new. The first thing you have to do is first you have to name your trigger send. Next, you need to select the object. If I select the lead object, here I need to select the recipient lookup as lead ID. If I select the contact object, I need to select the recipient lookup as contact ID. Since I have selected the lead object, I'm going to select the recipient lookup as lead ID. And if you want any filter criteria with respect to that object, you can assign those filter criteria over here. It will works in AND condition or condition and condition as well. When this trigger send is need to trigger. For example, as I already told, whenever the new lead record is created, at that time it is sends a triggered email. Or whenever the existing record is updated, it is going to trigger an email. And you have one more option whenever the new record is created or existing record is updated. Now I'm going to use a new record is created. You need to select the business unit. You need to find the email which is created for this trigger send. Next, you need to use the send classification. You can override the send classification as well by using your from name and the from address, and select the data extension as well. This data extension needs to be created by using a trigger send template in Marketing Cloud. Then only it's going to display it over here. Here you can see trigger send data extension. Only this is the data extension which is seeing here, means only this data extension is created based on the trigger send template data extension. If you haven't selected any of the data extension, once the email is triggered, automatically the lead or a contact will be stored in all subscriber list if you haven't selected the data extension. If you select the data extension, the leads or a contact will be stored under that data extension. That's why before going to create a trigger send, you need to check do you have an access for the all subscriber list under the Marketing Cloud or not. Once that is done, send time. Do you want to send it immediately or is there any delay with respect to hours? Now I will save this trigger send. Before going to do this, you need to add one more thing in the lead page layout, that is the apex code for the lead or a contact object. I will show how it is going to add. Before that, I'm going to activate this one. Once the trigger send is created, you need to activate this trigger send. Now, whenever the new lead record is created, automatically those leads will receive a trigger send email. If you want to personalize emails with respect to the trigger send, you can add a code for the personalization. If you want to do personalization for the email, you need to use this AMP scripting in the email to personalize the lead or a contacts. And as I already told, I need to add the apex code to the lead layout or a contact layout for whichever the objects you are using. You need to add that code. Go to setup. Under the customize, you have an option leads. Under the leads, triggers. Yes, triggers is here. You need to add that Apex code over here. And you need to select the object name as well, whichever the object name you are using. Now I am added this Apex code for lead object. That's why I'm going to add the object name as lead. If you're using this code for contact, then you need to use the contact object name. Once this is done, save it. You can see over here you have an options for insert, update, and you have merge, delete, upsert. You have all these options over here. Once it is saved, since we already activated the trigger send, next you need to check for tracking and analysis. Under the Marketing Cloud Connect, tracking information is located in multiple places throughout the Sales and Service Cloud. You have different types of tracking included. First comes the aggregate level tracking. This tracking provides a comprehensive summary of email sent statistics and is available on the email sent records only. When it comes to the individual level, this tracking provides email performance information at the contact or a lead level. When it comes to the track link details, this optional data on individual lead or a contact link tracking, such as link clicked, is stored on the CRM and it consumes more storage. The link level details is also tracked at the aggregate level. This optional data or individual subscribers level tracking data is stored in the CRM after an email is sent. These tracking options can consume a large amount of data. If this option isn't selected, the data is stored in the CRM after the subscriber opens an email or clicks an email. The